everybody, welcome to episode 13 of Metal Health. We've got Toska on in the background today. We're talking about the new Toska album, Fire by the Silos. I fucking love it. I've been listening to it quite a lot in my cans whilst doing the washing up. It's great.
It is. It's a really good album. Was you a fan of the first one? The EP.
I hadn't really heard much of them. I'd heard a bit, like a couple of tracks, and I liked what I heard, but I don't think that I pursued it. And on this one, I don't know why I was anticipating it, probably because of you guys talking about it the entire time.
We've been jockeying over to the author, haven't we?
So I got on it immediately as soon as I saw it on Spotify on day release, and I've been loving it. It's a real atmospheric masterpiece, I think.
Yeah, it's good. My only problem, I've got a couple of problems with this album, but it's this track right now that's going on. I think it goes on for too long.
The Herd.
In my opinion. Far too long. I just, because I was like, when I first listened, I was like, come on. Normally Toska are normally fucking bang, straight in your face kind of a band.
Yeah.
But, and obviously from seeing them live, you know how powerful they are live for only three of them. And I was just fucking waiting for this track. And I was just like, when it rolled out, I was like, just a bit of a letdown, that track. And then there's another one further on in the album. It's got some guy talking over it. It's all political. I think that's just the political message. Fine, whatever you're into, but it's just just really didn't need that track for me. But the rest of it is fantastic.
So maybe to you, it still sounds a bit more like an EP.
Yeah, pretty much. There is one track I'd like to single out here, and it's called When Genghis Wakes.
Yeah.
I think, man, the fucking riff in the end of that is fucking fantastic.
I mean,
fucking, Randy Marsh sat in front of the fucking PC.
Ectoplasm.
Yeah, ectoplasm, I like what you call it. That's basically what happened to me when I heard that riff.
Scary ghosts. But yeah, I've really liked it. I even liked the kind of real slow atmospherics of it. I think probably because I've been isolating myself whilst listening to it, so I've been doing a task in cans, so I don't have to really think about anything else around me. I think if I just wanted to hear some real fucking riffing, I think the first track would piss me off a bit. But yeah, I'm good with the atmos.
I do think though, because of the fact that it starts with the herd spelt H-E-R-D, and then as in following the herd of sheep or whatever, or the crowd, and then it closes with the track The Herd, H-E-A-R-D, like you've heard someone. Clearly there's a whole, I see that as the band saying, you start and listen to this album as a whole.
Yeah, it's a concept, totally.
And it's funny what you're saying about the spoken word aspects, because there's a couple of the tracks that use it, and you're saying it's quite political. And they are a British band, and I don't know if they did this intentionally or not. I've had a quick spritz around on Google and not seen anything, but I could quite easily imagine me listening to this while reading V for Vendetta.
Yeah.
And that ties in with you expecting something a bit more immediate, Terry. So the EP to this album is darker than the EP. I think
definitely.
Ode to the Author had a bit more uplifting.
Yeah.
And I always loved the line, it stuck with me for years, and it's nothing to do with music. It was when Newman and Baddiel went on their own stand-up tour, and he was like recounting the story of him being a student, and he's sort of talking about, he says, have you ever felt a time where you've been walking along or you've been in a strange place, and the director of your life, someone's tapped them on the shoulder, led them away and substituted them for a director with a much darker pitch and a darker worldview. And that to me is what Toska have done. It's Ode to the Author's quite uplifting, upbeat, positive, and I think they thought, well, even though we don't have a vocalist, we can still play around and say something with a purely instrumental album, so we'll bring the mood down, we'll have some political spoken word things. And now I'm really tempted to dust off V for Vendetta, not the film, the comic, graphic novel. Same as you, Luke, put some cans on and literally just engross myself reading the pages with it, because I think it would literally fit.
Instrumentals are so good for that.
Or reading George Orwell's 1984.
Yeah.
I think the same sort of thing. You could be something bleak and going, our world's heading to a bit of a shit show. This kind of seems like an instrumental backing track to that.
It's healthy for all bands when the country goes to shit.
It does inspire some amazing art.
Yeah.
But I'm same as Luke. I think I was the same as you in a bit because
I do love it. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to come across as like I hate this, but there's just
was a grower rather than a shower. It didn't. So like Oak the Author grabbed me straight away. I'm like, this is amazing. That's why.
I love this first track as well.
So when they played Tech Fest, not this year, last year, 2017, I was like, I need to watch these. I know the second stage.
Yeah.
I know they play for an hour and it's hot and sweaty, but I am staying through for the full hour. And so the first time I heard it, I probably had a very similar reaction to you, where I was like, this isn't the Toska of their previous EP.
Yeah.
But then I've listened to it a couple of times, just when I've been on my own, and it's just like, and it is, to me, it's, like you said, if you want to do something riffy, it's not the album for you.
It gets there, but I mean, I think if you're just like, I want to just hear some fast shit immediately, then maybe you've got to like jump between the tracks.
If I was a DJ at a club, I wouldn't put any of these tracks on.
No.
But to say that, I think this will go down a Storm live. Mm-hmm. So as much as I'm saying a DJ wouldn't put this on in the club, and they wouldn't, I still think a lot of these tracks are going to absolutely go down a Storm live.
We didn't get to see them.
I am, but it was a very small day, and
as we'll discuss later.
Yeah, but I'm sure they'll come round again very early next year.
Hopefully, I'll get them on Tech Fest again.
I'd be stunned if they weren't, because it'll be 2 years since the last time.
Yeah, and coming on the back of a new album as well.
Yeah, so to me that's
all plus points, isn't it?
It's I'd say it's nailed on.
Yeah, I would expect it.
Yeah, but no, I think it's weird. I'm like an amalgam of both you guys.
Yeah,
because actually the first listen I was very much like you, but then on the repeat listens I was very much like you, Luke. It's weird. It's like I've taken both, and then I've got my own kind of weird mutating offshoot. But but it's certainly going to be in my year-end top 10.
Yeah, definitely.
Without a doubt.
I think it's going to scrape down near the bottom because I think we're that far in.
6 to 10. Yeah. So it's going to be the bottom 5.
Yeah.
But I've put a lot of attention and a lot of time into listening to it, and I've
just to show that Brit acts are really, there's research around
the British kicking ass this year completely.
It's not dominated by US or Europe. It's fantastic. Standout tracks.
I'll tell you mine. I spoke my load earlier and said it, but it's for When Genghis Wakes. I just fucking absolutely adore that track. I think it's brilliant. Like I say, I don't want to come off as like I don't like this album. I do. There is a hell of a lot to like here, and they're all brilliant musicians, aren't they? From drummer, bassist, and obviously Rabea, the guitarist. Because I found him. I don't know if you know, he's got his own like YouTube channel and stuff on.
Yeah. It's always putting
YouTube and that. Yeah, and he's brilliant. He teaches you guitar, teaches you back gear, like they get all this fancy gear in, he reviews all that kind of stuff, so they're well into the geeky. That's
like this track here, it's like got halfway in and it's just totally changed the tempo and everything.
I think they've been from they've known each other like years, you know what I mean, like from real young. I think these guys are the same. And I went through like music college.
Not just met on message board 6 months ago.
And they've known each other a hell of a long time, kind of thing. So.
It's good because you get that like I don't know, real technical camaraderie between like members and stuff. If you're all really fucking good musicians, you can guarantee that some real weird shit's going to come out because you all have different influences.
I do really love Rabea's kind of style playing.
It's not like anyone else's.
No, I think that's why really identifying.
I think that's why me and you jumped on Unearth and Azusa and were like, I've not heard anything like this, and that's why we started raving to you about it. It's just,
No, it's definitely worth a listen, people. Definitely worth a listen.
So we've just got it playing in the background on Spotify, and it's pretty much available everywhere.
Yeah.
And they're really good. They are on tour, aren't they?
Well, so I think they're coming to the end of it.
Small, so they are still on tour in November. Yeah. But I think it was very small, intimate dates. I would suspect.
Yeah.
Off of the back, because the dates started before the album came out.
Yeah.
Because when we were going to see him in Sheffield.
Yeah, because it's a really small record store, wasn't it?
It was going to be like 4 days after this had come out.
Yeah.
Damn.
So.
But we had other things on that week as well, because it's the same week as what we're going to talk about later.
Yes. But I was surprised to see a February or March, April spring tour, and then I think they are going to definitely do well. I'm 99% certain they'll be a Tech Fest act, new album out, a lot of press around them.
Yeah.
So go check them out on
Hopefully.
your streaming apps, and if you get a chance to go see them live, take it.
Do.
Yes.
Cool. So
Well.
we're going to talk about something else after this break. In between, we're just going to play one of the new Unearth tracks, One with the Sun. So here it is.
One with the sun. Such a death fills the air. Flash charge to black. Obliteration. What is overwhelmed? The faces of the undying mass. Degeneration. Legs weak. Having come in. Smother the living. Extermination begins. Rivers of fire. Black and breath. Poison fills the atmosphere. Mass annihilation. A new dawn is here. Barren, into vanishing life. Molten age lay ruin and waste. Condemnation, devout defilement. Suffer extinction's wrath. One with the sun. One with the sun.
So we've been listening to the Ocean's new album, Phanerozoic I. I've been like waiting for, I don't know, maybe like 3 months for this. Well, since like the first track come out.
Yeah.
And I think it was about 3 months ago, something like that. I know that they were working on something, and it was going to be a sequel. And I love that the Ocean have got like this whole concept piece going on.
Damn, I'm kind of lost for words at this album.
Yeah,
I really am.
It's great.
There's a spoiler now. It's a fight for me between this and Rivers of Nile for album of the year.
Literally, it's like a duel to the death.
I think we were going through our lists together, and like all three of us had like these two at top.
Yeah. Which is awful, because when it comes to listening to our year end, it's going to be quite boring. You're going to kind of know what our number 2s and number 1s are.
Sorry, but I think they both need raving about.
Exactly, it's the strength of both albums. But let's not talk about the other one. Let's focus on this one. One thing I'm going to say straight away is, I think the total running time is, if I recall, 1:09.
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that.
And I still feel that's too short.
Well, that's it. It literally, this album is time travel. Is the only way I can describe it. Every time I put it on, it feels like I've only been listening to it for half an hour.
And you've got
straight
like,
up, not a lie. I feel like I've only been listening for half an hour.
And 7 tracks as well.
Yeah,
and that's an hour and 9 minutes.
So this composition,
the weight of this when it comes in, you feel like the whole fucking earth's on your fucking shoulders.
That's why it seems so short. It takes you somewhere. It changes your mood. It changes how you perceive things. And I know that's going to sound really trippy. And I've not been doing any mind-altering drugs when I've been listening to this.
If anyone wants to send some in.
Unless you count listening to this as a mind-altering drug, which it quite possibly could be.
Yes, definitely. I agree with that.
I've put it on, and then it's been like 4:10, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's finished already. And that screams to the quality of it.
So, like, you can be like, you were high on the ocean.
I was high on the ocean, yeah. I was at the highest point of the ocean.
I mean, you can't say no. You can't say better than that.
Yes, I'm the same. You listen to it, and it's, I don't know. You can't. You do listen to every piece of it, but it goes so quickly.
Yeah.
It seems such a short album, but it is totally not.
No. How does it do that?
I don't know.
And yet, there's some albums, especially if we talk about like a 1 hour 9 minute run time. And actually, I was reading Mark Morton. There was an article on Metal Hammer this week. And he was talking. He was scoring the 7 Lamb of God albums, like 7-1, best to worst. Excuse me. And he talked about Resolution, and he actually said, "Oh, it's a great album, but buried by too many tracks." He goes, "Oh, there's 14 tracks on it because every member brought their own song to it." And and I think you think about, and I'm not saying that Lamb of God are a bad band, and we'll discuss them a bit later on. But Resolution's probably about 1 hour and 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
But it's 14 tracks, and even he says, we put too many on, and it lost direction, and it ends up plodding, and it drags. Now this is, like you said, Luke, it's half the amount of tracks of Lamb of God. It's 7 instead of 14, but it's about the same length.
Yeah.
And as much as Mark Morton said, like everyone brought extra tracks and it lost its focus. I'm not privy to discussions the band had, but I'm under no illusion that they have plotted that there is no lack of focus in these 7 tracks. They discussed, rehearsed, wrote, scratched off, rewrote, realised that didn't work, rewrote it again, probably hundreds of times over. Yeah. This is a masterpiece.
It's the level of thought that's gone into this album. He's just fucking mind-blowing.
I mean, you two are musicians more than me.
Yeah.
Hi, Bassists of the World Unite. We're not deal with it. These are guitarists. There you go. You two must be like,
mate. The guitar tone and the play.
The tone of the whole album, really.
The tone of it. The actual playing is not that technical. Like we've just been going on about Toska. Yeah. And Rabia in Toska. That's fucking very, very technical. The shit that he does, the chords he pulls out, as your fucking fingers in knots. You're just like, kind of thing, trying to do something.
And as you can see.
But yeah, I mean, the actual playing in this reminds me of ISIS. No, Not what you're thinking.
Yes, I know. the band ISIS.
The band ISIS, which now they've changed the name to Celestial. Because of all the ISIS negative, obviously, but that's a whole different story.
Yeah, ISIS is now IS, so you should stick to the original name.
Well, now they changed, but it reminds me of the kind of that era ISIS Panopticon.
Yeah.
If people remember that, I might be showing my age, probably am. But
it's just a number. Who cares?
But yeah, this is on a level with that album. I mean, I'm in awe, but like I say, the playing. It is really good playing, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying that tone, it feels like the fucking, like I said, the weight of the earth.
Yeah.
It really, it feels, there's a certain tone to it, it's really, you know.
I mean, I know you always seem, Luke, you seem to always pick up on like odd timings yourself, it's weird, like when we discuss the album, you go, oh, it feels like they're recording this and they do this, I mean, you must be like...
Yeah, it's all over the place, and I think that goes for the experience, because it's the Ocean Collective, isn't it? That it's like
because it's a
bunch
revolving
of
door,
musicians,
apparently.
Yeah, who like just jump in and do certain projects together, and you can totally tell that there's like so much influence, but also so much brought over from the past. I don't know, maybe 3 albums that they've done, and I was a real big fan of their last album.
Yes.
Yeah, Snap.
This one now, I'm just like, oh, holy shit.
I thought the last album...
How are you going to top that? Yeah.
Like when we saw them at Techfest, they were doing their last album, and holy shit, that was just incredible. I keep on saying, like when we were talking about Sleep Token on other like episodes, that I yearn for a band that like brings me almost an inner peace inside me when I watch them live.
Yeah.
And the only other bands that have done that, Dredge, The Ocean, and Sleep
Dredge.
Token. And I can't imagine how this would be live. For me, it would just be like, God damn, you are within my very bone.
I know that some people say it's a gimmick and that like a lot of bands do it when an album hits 20 years old and stuff like that. I'm gutted I didn't go to Damnation and not hear any of this live, but this deserves to be like what Mastodon did with Crack the Sky.
Yes.
If
agree.
the Ocean tour in 2019, they need to do this album in full and then just have 2 or 3, 4 songs afterwards like what Mastodon did.
Yeah.
Because that's what they did. They played Crack the Sky in full and then they played the favourites. And I would kill if that's what the Ocean did, if they said, yeah, we're going to play this album in full and then we'll play for 90 minutes. So it's this album and then we'll chuck on 4 songs as an encore.
Yeah.
That would be mind-blowing. If Techfest announced it, said, yeah,
please.
The Ocean are going to be, they're going to have the sub-headline slot on the main stage, they're going to have a full hour, and they're just going to play the latest album in full. I'd be as happy as a pig in shit if that were announced.
Yeah, and we keep talking about like post-rock Sundays and things. This would just be like...
And that would be perfect for would be the Sunday.
Do you remember when we saw them, though, at Techfest? Yeah. It absolutely fucking nailed us, didn't it?
Yeah. And that one on the second stage, I think they could easily go to the main. I mean, they're both, indoor sheds, but you definitely get a lot more room to breathe if you're on that first stage. So I can see them either getting headlining second stage or some headlining main next year. And that's it. We talked about Toska playing Techfest 2019 because they've got a new album out. I'd be shocked if Techfest don't book these.
Yeah.
Utterly shocked if they don't book these.
Yeah. Seeing as though they've had them before and all the rest of it, but please, Techfest, book them.
It has a very, I don't know, meditative and ASMR feel to me when I'm listening
with
to the
vocals,
Ocean.
because normally you'd actually thinking that you'd think meditative is instrumental, but
and the vocals on this album, I mean,
they flow so well.
Yeah,
everything.
But I reckon
even the heavies, the cleans, the heavies in the other guy screaming behind the cleans as well. It's fucking fantastic.
Treated the vocal like an instrument and gone, well, you have to sing like this.
I know they
at this point.
Precision.
You have to sing like this at this point. They'll go, and you can't just fucking scream there. If you're screaming, it has to be for a reason.
Yeah.
It has to fit with the guitars and drums at that particular verse or bar or whatever.
It's clearly like a thoughtful and like written out process. Like the entire thing, every song. Every bit's in that place for a reason, because that's how it's gonna flow through, and that's how it's gonna have the biggest impact on the audio. And that in itself is like new age artistry.
Yeah. I mean, I know I'm going to sound like your classic, even though I'm not young at all, but I'm going to sound like your classic impatient person now, because that's it. You can fire up Spotify, you've got a billion artists at your fingertips. If you want food, you can open up Just Eat and get someone to deliver something to you. Everything's at the touch of a button.
Yeah.
And I know the second album of this double album isn't out until I think it's 2020.
Yeah.
You know, they're not knocking it out in 2019, they're knocking it out in 2020. But part of me, as much as I love this album, and not to belittle this album, but I'm like, I want to hear the two so I can listen to them back to back.
Yeah.
I'm already impatient for part two.
Same,
Yeah.
I wish they'd not done what they're doing now with the releasing it in 2020, but I wish they'd either released this together, like you were saying, back to back, or not have so much of
Such
a
a
gap
massive gap, yeah.
between this album dropping and the next part. I'm just like, because I'm like you, I'm impatient for more of this.
I want to hear them together, like one after the other.
The whole piece of art.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
It's like getting half the Mona Lisa.
Yeah. Like someone's going chainsaw down the middle.
Yeah.
But
It's like only getting 6 tracks on Master of Puppets.
yeah, it's just like, you know, yeah, it'd be like really buzz stopping at Jesus Saves. You'd be like, and where's the rest?
Yeah.
But
We're all like basically in love with this album.
Yeah, we've had a dicks out about this album for fucking ages anyway, haven't we? Since we had the first track, it was like, I think we was all pretty much unanimous.
Get ready for this.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's, you know, I use this sort of phrase with the Toska, and I think it still applies here. I don't think this is any of the tracks on this album. I can imagine a DJ chucking on in a rock club on a Saturday night to fill the dance floor.
No.
But on the flip side, any of these tracks live to people who enjoy this band, I'm sure would go down a storm.
Yeah.
And like I say, I'm chronically envious of anyone who saw these at Damnation.
Well,
And
that was in that week.
I'm very much regretting that I didn't get a ticket for that now. I'm very much regretting that I didn't get a ticket for it. Kicking myself a lot.
See you next time, Damnation.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, don't be too downhearted, mate. We're getting them to Techfest.
Yes. But yeah, I agree with what Luke just said. Yeah, we've all been, you know, pushing it like mad, and
Yeah.
Every time I've been in a position where I need to listen to music, I've been sat at work or something. I'm doing this piece of work. I get to listen to music, put headphones in, or like if I'm at home, got YouTube up, I need to listen to some music. Every time, like for the past 6 days, I guess.
this has been your go-to.
It's been this album, and it's like been a go-to for whatever my mood as well, which has been great because it's heavy and it's chunky, but it's also got like.
It's relaxing.
Yeah, it is relaxing.
Yeah.
And it
It's
feels
you're
like
all
it's got
comfortable
more
fucking
meaning in it.
Slacks in it or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
So I was going to relax it. It's just like, oh yeah, I like a bit of this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Start fucking cuddling up to something
you just feel right listening to it, which is odd.
Yes.
Surely that's like the best review that you could ever possibly give.
Yeah. You just feel right.
You're on you're high on the ocean.
For
I am high on
for the
ocean.
running time and how long it goes on. It's just like you just forget about all your bullshit.
And that's it, and that's why I
All
think it's
your
like
bullshit.
time travel. Like it makes you forget everything, and your perception of time is altered. Because every time I've listened to it from start to finish, it seems like half an hour. Every time.
Because I was listening to this in my cans around work the other day, and because I knew it was like we were thinking about recording and stuff, and I was just like, right, I'm gonna go back to it because I canned it when it first came out.
Let it breathe for a bit.
Fucking calm down, Terry. You know, I'm probably jonesing for the new Tool album, but I've been fucking on
Hey,
this.
do you know what? This is a good substitute while you're waiting.
Oh, fucking damn right it is. Damn right it is. But I'm blown
Did
away.
work
by it.
go faster for you then?
Well, work. I was just like, I had this space on, and people just left me alone. I was just like in my own world, and like I say, that's how it made you. I was just going around just in my own world. I knew what I needed to do,
Yeah.
but I was just like, you know, everything felt better. What I'm trying to get across is everything felt better with this album on.
Yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
I love this track.
So this is like
Is this Age of the Sea Scorpions?
It is.
Yeah.
Yes, and now this is my standout for this album. Absolute fucking standout track this is. Take it away, because I'll just sit here and go,
He's
I
just,
want to listen to it, basically.
yeah, he's just going to put his feet up and listen to the rest of this track whilst we record. But yeah, I fucking love this album. I think this is an album that I will continue to go back to as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to try not to kill it. I've been listening to it on and off like daily, but I'm like trying to push that back now.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on.
Same
Get out of my vein now.
Yeah. Same syndrome I had.
But yeah, definitely it will be one that I go to in certain situations or however I feel. Because it's, I don't know, it's so full in so many ways. But we are gonna stop absolutely going on about this because I feel like the last 3 episodes I've had to say, well, we're gonna stop jizzing on about the ocean now. And here it is, and we're still doing it.
But hopefully this is coming through when you all, those of you who listen to this podcast, when you listen back.
Yeah,
this,
please.
You know what? We've got no notes in front of us. This is literally pure passion.
Yeah.
Because we love it that much. So, and I used to be like 3-4 years ago, I wasn't really into sort of post or prog. And I think because I went to Tech Fest, there was a bit more of it. He's played live. Start listening to Alcest, start listening to Harakiri for the Sky and stuff like that.
Yeah.
If you're like someone like me who's normally just into the fast and the chuggy and stuff, just hopefully this enthusiasm is infectious and it just encourages you to go, I want to check these out because they won't stop choosing about them, and that'd be great if they pick up one new fan from us raving about it.
Yeah, please, if you have not heard this album, I mean, everything, like you said earlier, mate, everything's at your fingertips. It doesn't take, if you're into this sort of thing, it doesn't take fucking a lot out of your day.
Open the Spotify app, search.
Exactly. Doesn't take a look. And there you go.
You haven't got to open up a magazine and fucking
you haven't got to fuck
what's
about.
new
You
or
can do it
anything.
in your pants on the sofa.
Yeah.
If you wanted to.
Spotify and Apple Music and shit will do that for you.
Or YouTube if you don't even want to pay for Spotify or Apple Music.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm sure it's all up there.
Someone always uploads something.
Yeah, they do.
Or I also try and do that on our Fire tracks, but
Yeah.
but I haven't done those in like 2 months. So maybe because I've been waiting for the ocean. So
and it's going to be the old album.
Yeah. To finalise, if there is jizz, it's our jizz in your ears. So deal with it. So we're going to play another track now, which is a band called Azusa, with Heavy Yoke. You have heard about these, haven't you?
Yes, it's the ex-Dillinger Escape Plan now bassist's new band. And they just popped up on my Spotify the other day, and I was like, I like this. And then I did a bit of research into them, and then that's when I found out.
You're like, that's why.
I was like, because I was listening to it, and I was like, this sounds kind of familiar sound.
Yeah.
They do sound a bit like the Dillinger Escape Plan, but the vocalists a bit different.
It's a little bit more experimental,
I
think, which is strange when you think about more experimental Dillinger Escape Plan.
Something more experimental than Dillinger.
Well, here we go. Here's Azusa.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Precious become
me. So Jay and Terry recently went to see Slayer and a whole bunch of other people.
Did we ever?
How was that?
Amazing.
Mind blowing. Fucking loved every second of it.
It looked like a goddamn circus, all the pictures that you were putting up. It's like...
Mate, I've never... Well, I think there's only one other band I've ever seen that's had more fire on the stage. And it's probably running them close, and that's Rammstein.
Yeah.
Slayer, man. They had so much fucking LJ. You'll say that they had so much fucking flames on that stage. It was unbelievable.
And like fireworks and shit.
Yeah, man. And at some points he did like the fucking pentagram. He just shot out
two jets
and
of fire.
fucking jets and everything. And he did the pentagram at one point. He was like, fucking hell, this is brilliant.
And the inverted crucifix.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this
Yeah,
sounds
when
like...
it first came on as well.
This sounds like, I don't know what every mum hates about fucking
Metal. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's like every parent's nightmare.
yeah. I mean, it's fucking brilliant because it's like, at the projections, like Jay said, the upside down crosses, because there was the rat whale, and then the intro, and it just like fucking started turning upside down really slowly.
Oh, yeah, said that really fine mesh netting, and it had these like white lights, and it was amazing.
And then there was loads of pentagrams, and then it's fucking slaying, and there was loads of flames, and it's just like, there we go. Me and him stood up, fucking singing our fucking heads off. So everything. Screaming. I'm surprised we could still talk, mate, to be honest with you.
I was quite hoarse on the Saturday, I have to say. But yeah, you know, it's just trippy to imagine Slayer playing in an arena as well.
And this is, well, there's rumours out there, but it's the last time we'll see him.
Yeah. I
know they're still touring into next year and stuff.
I think they'll do. I think that's it. I think like because they did kind of clarify that we're not stopping it completely, but I think these big 50-day world tours are going to stop. I think it's going to be
Select.
They'll play Bloodstock every once in a while. They'll play Download every once in a while. I think they're playing one of the Euro festivals next year. They're playing Hellfest, Grasspop or Wacken next year. I'm sure one of those three they've already confirmed because everyone said, hang on a minute, you've done your farewell tour, you've already confirmed the 2019 date, and it's just like, yeah, we didn't say we're not touring at all, we're just really slowing down. But yeah, I think the days of them doing 6 dates in the UK, long gone.
Yeah.
That's it, they have laid it to rest.
Speaking of that, laid to rest, and we'll talk about Lamb of God.
Lamb of God, yeah.
So we'll go down the list then.
Yeah, we'll do reverse order.
Yeah, I hadn't seen Lamb of God for a while. I mean, I know me and you, Jay, we see that infamous night at the court.
Yeah.
Where me and you nearly fucking lost our heads.
Yeah.
I mean, literally.
The ceiling was sweating.
The ceiling was sweating and breathing.
And that's when they really were too big a band to play at the court. They were they were on a co-headlining tour with Dimmu Borgir doing like O2 Academy size venues.
But it's off dates, weren't they? Yeah.
But they did an off date in corporation without Dimmu Borgir. I think they had Dagobah in support.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think last time I saw them was Bloodstock when they headlined Bloodstock. That's probably last time I'd seen Lamb of God.
Yes, I think it's me as well.
And they were very much firing all cylinders. I didn't really rate the middle 3 songs of their set.
No, you said that to me. Yeah.
Primarily because I didn't recognise them, which tells me straight away they were from Resolution and Sturm and Drang.
Yeah.
But when they were playing material from Ashes, from Sacrament, from As the Palaces Burn, and Wrath, yeah, amazing stuff.
Yeah, it really fucking come thrashing out the fucking speed. And Randy's voice, man. Randy's voice was so on point.
What I loved though was
fucking awesome.
They had these steps on the stage, either side of the stage, and the steps had these like orange lights. And straight away, like I literally, even like when it was just like the intro playing, I'm like, fuck me. It's like the steps on Bespin in Empire Strikes Back. And I was like, right, so Lamb of God are playing on like the best Bespin refinery. They're going to end up in Carbonite at the end of this show.
Yeah.
Which probably a lot of elitists would like. But that, I couldn't get away with it. But it was cool. It reminded me of watching Empire Strikes Back, and I'm like, this is great. Metal and Empire Strikes Back. How can you get any worse than this? You can't. It's just like,
yeah.
You've hit peak metal there. It's like good riffs and a brilliant stage show.
Yeah.
Because it looks like Luke and Vader's lightsaber duel area. Brilliant. Fucking gold.
It was brilliant. And like I say, Randy was on so much good form. He fucking bouncing about like a madman.
And like you were saying, what about Finger? Willie? Jesus. Has he been on like the Bowflex regime or something?
Yeah, he's lost fucking loads, hasn't he?
And who did he, because you googled it, because it wasn't Chris Adler on the Skins, it was the dude from
fucking can't remember now.
But they got to fill in drummer because Adler couldn't do it. But you wouldn't, you know,
you wouldn't know.
You know, he did all right.
He did more than all right.
Yeah,
good.
More than all right, but yeah, hopefully some new Lamb of God material in the new year, please.
How long's their hiatus been now?
Do you know what they said? I mean, I think did the hiatus stop when they brought out that covers album then?
Yeah,
yes.
Because I think they were almost like the whole.
Well, I think they had to fill obligation, didn't they, for a record company? I think that's why that came out.
But yeah, there needs to be new material now. So Anthrax before Slayer. Before Lamb of God. So I think probably the bit that me and Terry enjoyed most is at one point, I think there were like 3 songs in, and then after a song they started playing the Domination riff, but live, not through a tape. They weren't playing literally.
They came onto it, didn't they?
Yeah, and it was just like, this is amazing. But they just I remember a time a few years ago, like Iron Maiden were like, we're not going to play our legacy. You know, we need to start playing our new material. And we don't want just known to be like a touring legacy act that doesn't play any songs beyond 1990, that we're just playing songs from 83 to 1990. And the problem is, since they've gone back to Belladonna, they feel very much like a legacy band.
Yeah.
You know, if they play a track from Persistence of Time, they play Got the Time, which is like the cheesy one. It's the cover. Whereas, like, you think Blood, In My World, they were like 7-minute long epics, which for Anthrax
was
fucking
quite crazy. Yeah.
You know, and even they admitted it. That's where they ditched their kind of skateboard humour. They said, "Oh, we wanted to go a little bit darker."
Yeah.
And me and you are very much similar. That like that's our era, is Persistence of Time and Sound of White Noise.
Yeah.
And I like that sort of darker, more less jokey Anthrax.
Yeah.
But they just seem content now, just to sort of coast on among the living, State of Euphoria. The newer albums just throw back to the earlier work, and it was just, you know, it just seemed, especially when we talk about who came before Anthrax, it just seemed that they were the odd one out of the bill. They seemed a bit too cheesy. And like even like Scotty, and he tried to rabble the crowd, going, "Oh, you're looking forward to a night of thrash metal," but even that kind of typical band G the crowd, it just seemed a bit too try hard.
Yeah.
For me, with it, oys.
It was just.
Oh.
It was just.
There weren't oys, were there?
There was lots of oys.
Damn it.
And yeah, it kind of, because we're doing this reverse order, but it undid the momentum of the opening act.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it was great when Lamb of God kicked in, because then they kind of brought back that brutality, that aggression.
Brought back some energy.
Energy and lack of cheese.
Yeah.
And then Slayer carried on, and even though they play older tracks, you know, they played like the first track on that played in the background, you know, they played Black Magic, you know, they played Hell Awaits back when they were in their like cheesy satanic period, but I don't know, for whatever reason, when they play old tracks, it doesn't seem like they're trying to go, oh, we're still in the 80s. It kind of it still works well, even in 2018. Alongside new stuff.
I feel like they're almost two separate bands in a way. Belladonna era, Anthrax, and
well, you even read back as well. It's like they tried to get John Bush back when he helped him out of that Sonosphere date a few years ago.
Yeah.
And then John Bush said, "No, I'm not rejoining." You know, when they felt with Dan Nelson, and he says, "Oh, about this festival, I don't want to rejoin permanently." And then they went back to Belladonna. You sort of think you really should have tried harder to get John Bush back.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, they didn't. So yeah, they kind of. It was almost like the opening act, you were doing like 100 mile an hour, and then it's like you took your foot off the gas for Anthrax.
Yeah.
And then you hit the gas again for Lamb of God.
Yeah,
So
it's full throttle all the way through.
So opening act, Obituary.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say a little bit. Sorry, James.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no. Yeah,
I was going to say a little bit about Anthrax. Because I fell out there, kept quite silent, but I've never been Anthrax's biggest fan. I've heard tracks and stuff that's kind of floated my boat a little bit, but I've never been the greatest of fans of Anthrax, and this is why you saw me. I was sort of like, yeah, watching them. I can appreciate them. You know what I mean? They were tight, they were good. If you like Anthrax, but I'm sorry, I know I'll probably get caned for it, but they've never been the one for me this year. All the big four and everything like that, but these are the ones. Anthrax have always been the ones that have never, kind of gelled or unlocked the key for me or anything like that.
I get it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've never been this. Like I say, I can pull some stuff. Others, I'm just like, okay. And the set for me was a bit. Because I wanted some Stomp 4442 stuff.
Yeah.
But we didn't get it.
That's the thing, you're never going to get any John Bush stuff.
No.
Because...
I know the reasons.
Yeah, because I think when Bella John rejoined, I think they did try doing some Bush stuff, and apparently it didn't work that well.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's pretty much...
Because he's got a certain range anyway, hasn't he?
He does, he's totally different.
Yeah.
There was a tweet you found out that he used to do the voiceover for the Burger King commercials in America. Like, what?
But yes, I was just sorry, I was just going to put my two pence worth in on Anthrax.
So they were going to fight.
So
they were always going to be fighting a losing battle with you then.
There was, pretty much. If there was really like exceptional, I'd have called them out on it because I'll give any band a chance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Any band a chance.
Yeah, I mean, I went to Hammerfest and watched 2 Cradle of Filth songs live just because.
Yeah, I remember.
I've never liked them on record, but I thought, no, live, I'll give them a chance. But
no, we didn't like them live either, did we?
No, I know. But I've listened to 2 songs, start to finish, and it just kind of go. I'm like, no, 2, still not my thing. Bar.
You got to give things your full grace, haven't you?
But yeah, Obituary.
Oh, yes.
So good.
Brilliant.
And what I liked about all 4 bands is, because you think, well, starting with the opening act, you can tell that the bands was like pull up to the arena at like 10, half 10 in the morning, 12 at the very latest, and they all had a decent amount of time on the sound check.
Yeah.
Because normally you see bands in a club, the opening act sounds like shit. Like you can't hear the vocalists, the guitars are kind of like, they just distort way too much, and you're like, the vocals, and you're like, alright, no, metal doesn't have clean vocals, but even so, you're kind of like, I can't hear a fucking word he's saying.
Yeah.
Whereas all 4 acts were as clear as fuck, so you could tell there'd be none of that shitty behaviour where the headliner goes, you can get 10 minutes sound check.
No, but I have heard stuff in a Birmingham date. A good friend of mine went. And
right.
He was reckoning the sound was shocking for all bands.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh well, thank fuck we saw him at Manchester.
Well,
then.
That's what I said. Credit to Manchester Arena. I mean,
because Brum were in the arena as well, weren't they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, one of my good friends went there and saw it, and he was like, oh yeah, we enjoyed, because he knew I was going.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh yeah, enjoy Slayer, you know what I mean, blah, blah, because he said Slayer, he really enjoyed Slayer. But he was like, for the support bands, he reckoned the sound was all over the shop.
Oh no, Manchester.
But at Manchester, there was none of that, was it? Because I was like, at least every band got a decent sound.
Yeah,
and I said that.
Sounded fucking so good. But they had a really varied set list. They played some old stuff, they played some new stuff.
Oh.
They opened with Redneck Stomp, like from Frozen in Time, so it was kind of like, that's either not the newest album or not an old classic album. Because you're thinking like Slowly Rock came out, what, 88, 89? So they've got quite, they go back quite a bit.
Did I Don't Care, one of my personal favourites.
Don't Care, oh my word.
Me and him were like, just fucking...
So good. Which leads me to, so I kind of threw this question out on our Facebook page, and it kind of ties with mine and Terry's experience of all 4 acts, is that, and I think we discussed this before when we were talking about this tour, that, Slayer have kind of got that responsibility to expose new bands.
Yeah, pass the torch kind of thing.
Pass the torch, and me and Terry were both like, they should have ditched Anthrax, bumped Obituary into Anthrax's slot, and put Power Trip in the opening slot.
Yeah.
And it was so funny because when I saw Power Trip live at Bloodstock, literally, the vocalist, he literally got an obituary, Will Demise long sleeve, and some Slayer tracky bottoms.
Yeah.
Which was the kind of stuff I wore in the 90s. It was just like the classic sort of combo there. And that's the thing is, because Power Trip's like re-thrash, but they do have a weird, like, obituary death metal tinge to the sound. But yeah, because I come to this goes back to like the 90s where Kerry King once he raved about Snapcase and there's this really cool hardcore band from Buffalo called Snapcase. It's like, do you know what, perhaps if you'd taken them out on tour and got them in front of way more eyes and ears, they wouldn't have broken up. And I won't be going back and listen to Progression Through Unlearning for like the billionth time. I'm still bitter about Snapcase breaking up. You know what I mean? It's just like...
Oh, I can't tell, mate.
You're like, there's more that could have been done.
There is more that could have been done. That's it. Fucking Kerry King and gone, right, we'll take Snapcase out. Because Snapcase, with that album, supporting Slayer, they would have gone down a storm.
Yeah.
Easily would have gone down a storm.
Agreed.
And you sort of think, you know, I get why they did the bill, you know. Every band on that bill, apart from Lamb of God, had been around in the 80s. And even Lamb of God started in the early 90s.
Yeah.
And so you figure Power Trip, like, well, you know, they started in the like mid-2000s, a bit too young for our audience. But I think that's Slayer underestimating their fan base.
Totally.
Because if you like Slayer and you like Obituary, you fucking love Power Trip.
They ain't like, I mean, they old, but they're not like classic rock.
Yeah, exactly. So for me, that was the only, you know, because in America they got Behemoth.
Yeah.
But again, even Behemoth, I mean, they've been around since the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we could have just done with getting a
Do you know what? I'd probably have preferred Behemoth to Anthrax.
Maybe. I don't know, I struggle with Behemoth stuff. I'm not. See, they don't gel with me.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
you
fine.
think on paper, you think I'd love them. You know, a couple of albums being produced by Colin Richardson.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do struggle to gel with Behemoth. You know, like you said, the combination on paper, they sound great, but
yeah,
they just.
I still think they've gone over quite well.
See, one thing I will say
imagine.
about Slayer though as well is, as much as we're gushing about this entire night, a couple of times we'll pull in a face and Helen will be like, "Oh, what's the matter? And I'm like, I'll tell you after the gig." Just because it's too hard to talk. I have listened to Slayer on record so many times, and I've seen them live a lot. And it's happened when I saw them at Bloodstock about 4 years ago, and it happened again last Friday.
Yeah.
Gary Holt is a great guitarist. He's done some amazing work in fucking Exodus.
Definitely.
He cannot do Hanneman's leads. He does butcher them. And sometimes it took me out of the song a couple of times live. It'd be like, I would literally wince.
That's the thing, that they're wedged into your brain so very
that
tightly
much.
that like hearing anything different
off.
It's almost like someone doing
anything off. It's going to be a red flag, isn't it?
It's almost like someone doing a bad cover.
Yeah.
So that's my only downer about that night.
Yeah, I do agree because like I said, Gary Holt is an excellent guitarist and all the rest of it. But yeah, I was like, I was the same as you. Some of his leads were a bit like, come on, you know what I mean? I thought he'd have them a bit,
because Hanneman.
But maybe not. Maybe it's just not that Hanneman.
You're like, get some cunt about you.
Because Hanneman, he could play his stuff live. You know what I mean? It's. I remember once as well reading an interview with Lombardo, and it kind of makes Lombardo's quote so true. Someone like sort of said to me, "So, well, what's the difference between like Jeff?" And this is like when they're both alive. He's like, "Oh, what's the difference between like Jeff and Kerry?" And he says, "I really don't know." He says, if you wrote a riff on paper, he says, if you got Kerry to play it and Jeff to play it,
different.
Jeff would make it sound moodier.
Yeah.
And I think that's the thing he did. Jeff, so whether he just like always bent his string, I don't know. It's just the way he like hit the strings. He had a certain style. You know, that's it. Like they said that, and he fucking nailed it. Because that's it. Gary Holt tries to play Hanneman's work, and it doesn't sound like Hanneman.
Yeah.
He can do the riffing, brilliant, but the leads, no, doesn't sound right. And it did ruin a couple of songs, but it didn't ruin my night overall. My vocal cords were fucked. They're still fucked to a degree now, Because me and Terry were singing along to so many of the songs.
No, not us.
The only songs that I didn't really enjoy were the newer stuff, like Payback and stuff like that. I'm like, no.
I didn't mind Payback.
You'd have swapped Payback for Serenity and Murder.
Oh, fucking yeah!
There you go.
Without a doubt, but if it wasn't there, I enjoyed Payback.
But yeah, definitely, even at 55 quid a ticket, definitely money well spent.
Yeah.
And I hear you. You also went to see Monuments as well. God
the
damn.
night after.
God damn.
Bastards.
How are you alive?
If you'd asked me that question on Sunday, I would have actually been able to say I don't know.
Me and him text each other. He's like, "How you feeling?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm alright. I'm in my pajamas. Oh, I'm just fucking staying. Oh, I'm not just fucking staying in bed all day. Fair play." And that was it.
So how were Monuments?
So, I sort of put it on Facebook, and I think the way to describe it is essentially it's one extreme to the other. You go from seeing an established 80s band in a 10,000 capacity arena to seeing a band playing in a club with a room that's got, I don't know what the capacity of room 3 in Corp is, but I would say best estimate, there was 100 people in that room at most.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Might even been a little less.
Oh, damn.
But that meant literally, I could get to the front, I could get into the crowd in sort of
We
middle.
could get to the bar as well, which was a highlight of the night.
But, I know there's some like long-term Monuments fans who don't like this album, they say it's going too poppy. There's elements of Linkin Park. Some of the lyrics are a bit cheesy. Now, I'll agree with that. There's like that "Leave me the fuck alone" lyric that is a bit like teenage angst. But these songs are designed to be experienced live.
Yeah.
Because fuck me, as soon
I
as
love
it
this
kicked
track.
in,
I love this
it
track. Yeah.
banged off. And the set was very heavy to Phanerozoic, very heavily skewed to the new album.
Yeah.
But you could touch the band. There was no crash barrier. You were right up against the stage.
I don't understand the whole they've gone too poppy. Because I'm like, go back and listen to their last album.
Exactly.
It's the fucking same.
Yeah. But literally, we all know the meme.
I love this chorus though.
Yeah.
This chorus is fucking so brilliant.
I know this is a podcast so there's no visuals, but if you know the meme of the guy sitting at the table with a cup of coffee, with a controversial statement and a "change my mind," Monuments are a better band than Periphery. Change my mind. They've got better songs. They've got catchier songs.
Okay. Steady on there, Jake. Whoa, Nelly.
Monuments right, catchier tracks than Periphery. Change my mind.
That is a fucking balled out statement right there.
I'll have to
I'm putting my
have a
nuts on
think
the
about
table
that.
and saying that.
We'll have to. You've just dropped that fucking nugget there, but
This album.
I'll have to have a think. But I'm sure I could drag you some Periphery tracks out that will match this.
I think since the change of vocalist, they have been very, very fucking memorable and catchy.
Yeah.
I feel like their first album. I really like their first album,
Yeah, same here.
but it feels like it's a different band.
Yeah.
Yes.
Agreed. We'll agree with that. Yeah. I think me and Terry, we knew we were going to tie one onto this one because it was a club gig. Because
What did we tie one on?
Vola was in support, and we're like, we're going to Debbie Cart and we'll have a couple of drinks before we Corp and everything. So we thought, best not miss. We don't want to miss Monuments, so we'll head on there early. Got in there. It turned out there were 2 support acts before Vola, before Monuments, and it's just like,
Shit.
nah, I'm not real about the support acts. So it's like,
We could have stayed in Def Camp.
we could have stayed in Debbie Cart. All that does kind of need more just for a round.
True.
So it was like, right, let's have a few drinks at the bar, let's just like chat in the other room, let's look at the merch.
I've still got it. I didn't get that t-shirt, you know.
Oh, I knew you were jonesing for that like a motherfucker.
I kept texting him and going, I really want that t-shirt, but I can't afford it. And then it was just like, grabbed him again later on when he was a bit more drunk. I was like, Jay, is that what I was like? I really want that fucking t-shirt.
I know, I kept saying this, dude, you clutch. Dude, you clutch. Not the band people, his car clutch.
Yes, I've had a very expensive bill just recently.
But that's why I had to keep telling you, don't get the t-shirt.
Yeah, I know.
But I felt and this is going to sound cheesy, but fuck it, I want to say it anyway. I felt so young. I felt so young at this gig because I was able to get, because it was a small venue. It wasn't a sellout. It wasn't in the main room. It was in the small room, but it wasn't rammed.
But it was cool, wasn't it? It was good atmosphere and everything.
It was positive. I mean, that's this album. It's upbeat and it's metal, but some of the riffs are aggressive. It still gets its mosh on, but everyone had a beaming smile in that room.
Yeah.
Every fucker had a smile.
Yeah.
So if we talk about, again, this is why we get together, this is why we enjoy it, I know for a fact, mentally, so yeah, I know me and Terry had a few beers, so suddenly we were messaging each other, how are you feeling? But I can hand on heart 100% say that doing the Slayer Day and then the Monuments Day 2 days in a row, that was mainlining fun. That was, I felt myself.
Yeah.
I didn't have to put on a fake
persona.
Yeah, and that's what I do a lot of my life. I put on a fake, bland persona, and I don't really cut loose. And I think that is why I had a few drinks and I'm like, right, I'm smashing to the front of this gig. And it's why when people walk into the standing area and Slayer and shouting it and I'm enjoying it was just like, yes, this is me. I'm not going to keep up appearances for whatever social reasons. It's just like,
I need this.
I need this. And literally,
it's the whole reason though, isn't it?
And it's literally seen me through right up until tonight, seeing you guys. It's just, it lasted all week.
Yeah.
I was just on a high. I'm like, this is amazing. 2 gigs back to back. It was just like, it filled me with like energy, and filled me. I feel so happy right now. It was also like being at a festival, not being at a festival.
Like mini festival.
Yeah, that's it. It was because it were 2 totally different things.
Yeah.
Main stage, small stage. Yeah, it is perfect. Mini festival is what it was, and I was just on a high. Amazing.
So I really enjoyed the night. There was a few good friends of mine there as well. Ones we've probably talked about on this podcast before. There's a friend of mine called Sean.
Yes, indeed. Great big bushy beard.
Yeah, if you haven't fucking seen him about, you can't miss his fucking beard, for Christ's sake.
If you've been at Tech Fest, you will have seen him in front of the crash barriers with a camera filming other bands.
Yes.
You can't miss the guy.
And that's what he does. I was spending the night, but he'd actually filmed their gig down in London.
In London the night before? Was it the night before?
The night before, yeah, and he still showed up on the night to give them their video.
Fucking awesome.
So he shot it and edited it in a day?
He shot and edited it. He did it one night, drove back from London,
edited it, and then drove back to Sheffield to give him the
give him where Sean lives. He lives in Rugby.
That's a lot of miles to be chalking up.
So yeah, and then
hardest working film band videographer going
in
right
the
now.
room.
Then.
Yeah, pretty much. He goes fucking everywhere trying to do this and promote his company. So yeah, it's just fucking. It's all good stuff. And then there's another guy who helped us all on this night.
Oh, yes, indeed.
He's a good friend of mine, and he also runs a podcast called Macho Grande Podcast. I would recommend you all to go check it out.
Yeah, I think we all listen to it. Don't
you two guys, Macho Grande?
We have indeed. Do listen to it.
Yeah.
Pete and Matt.
Yeah, that's it. They're both good friends of ours. Well, yes, he helped us get into this gig tonight, didn't he?
Yeah.
And sorted loads of stuff out for us, and it was a cool night. So
very
thank you
much
to Pete
appreciated
for a great night that we had in Corp, seeing Monuments.
And I reckon February the 16th.
Oh Christ! Don't even think about it.
Decapitated and Discarnate is. That is literally 3 months away.
It is indeed. It is indeed. So I think we should be back there.
Yeah, 3 months away.
The same level of drunk.
Yeah, Saturday night. It'll be a rager.
Man, you guys got like such fucking heavy calendars going on. Like, I'm like, what am I doing tomorrow? Holy shit. I ain't got anything planned. I mean, the one thing I've got planned, I am going to see Leonardo in a couple of weeks.
Nice.
We're going to do a review of it.
Leeds. I'm going to go see him at a place called The Church in Leeds.
Church,
yeah.
wow.
That'll be a nice venue.
So it should be real cool.
I think actually,
Slip
Taping did the gig in the church, didn't they?
I think so.
It'll
I think
suit
they
the
did,
music, the vibe, and everything. That'll be a great venue. That.
So that would be cool. But
Well, yeah,
other
review
than
that.
Yeah, that's got to be on the episode.
Yeah, we'll stick that on
Yeah.
the pod.
Because well, Zeal and Arda are on my
Top 10.
top 10 so far. So I mean, we haven't got long until we've got to actually commit to these
End of year list.
atrocities. But yeah, I think we're done. I think we're done with this episode, aren't we?
I think we are.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
We all talked out. So to go back on it, check out Toska, check out the Ocean.
Check out Slayer if you haven't. If you haven't, well, where the fuck you been? And then also check out Monuments.
If you're a UK listener and you are anywhere near the Sheffield region, you'll definitely see me and Terry at the Captain Scarlet gig.
Yeah, come see us. Come have a beer with us.
And I will actually make reference to that as a kind of a genuine thing, that it's if you can scrape the funds together and get a mate to give you a lift or whatever, how you feel after a gig is amazing.
It is.
There is nothing like it on this planet. As much as we rave about
if you could bottle that shit, mate, and sell it, you'd be a fucking trillionaire.
As much as we're raving about the Ocean album, when you see a band perform live and it's material that you know, and you just, oh, yeah.
So that will be when we see him again. You know what I mean? You just feel like, oh my god. Oh my god.
Cathartic.
It is.
Very.
Truly.
So, on that
somber note.
Somber and yet in-depth note, we're going to go. So, see you soon.
See you next episode.
Bye.